Pour your oil into a heated pan. Pour in your washed water leaf. Allow it to fry until the water leaf liquid has evaporated. Pour in your fresh blended tatashe. Sorry, atarodo, not tatashe. Pour in your meat stock. After 5 minutes, pour in your dry fish. Pour in your stock fish. Pour in your goat meat. Pour in your pomo and gizzard or any protein that you have available at home. Put in your crayfish. Add your seasoning cubes. Add your afan leaf. Add your periwinkle. Our afang soup is ready. We'll stir and serve with maziza coconut poundo. I will serve with our maziza coconut poundo. So delicious.
Hi guys, it's Iore. So this is how I make my non-emergency Nigerian stew. So when I'm not in a rush, I try to make it the traditional way, which is this way. Keep watching. You blend your tomato pepper mix, boil it till the water dries. And then you're going to make your meat stock. Save the stock for later. Add oil, onion, and a blended tomato to another pot. Fry that. On the side, you're going to mix a tomato paste and make it consistent. And then you're going to add that mix to the blended tomatoes and fry it together. It should look like this. Once that's done, you're going to add the stock that you saved from earlier. Add your seasoning, and then you're going to mix all that together. Once that's done, you're going to add your meat, and then you're going to stir it in and just let it simmer. And there you have it, Nigerian stew.
This is how I make fufu my way. 1 cup of water. Then let it boil. After it's boiled, divide the water into 2 parts. Start making your fufu by adding the flour. Stir it like this gently as you add the water. Keep kneading your fufu like this. You can eat it with a stew of your choice, that is okra stew and fish stew that I'm gonna eat it with, and this is how you can eat it just like that, with okra, just like that.
Guys, we are making fufu today. You have no idea how many times I've seen fufu on my For You page. I literally had to make it. Usually fufu is made with fermented cassava, but I'm using potatoes because I seen a Nigerian woman make it with potatoes. So I took the easy route out. I just chopped up 2 potatoes and put them in hot boiling water with salt. I let it cook until it was fork tender, and while that was cooking up, I made a flour and a cornstarch slurry, 5 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with some water. Once the potato has cooked, I just poured that in and smashed the potatoes up. Now, I seen a Nigerian woman, she blended hers so it became really smooth, and I didn't do that, but I just smashed it up. It is literally so easy, and oh my god, it's so delicious. I had it with beef stew, and I just wanted to show you guys my reaction. It literally reminded me of soy fita, but 10 times better. It was so delicious.
This is part 47 of making foods from every country. Today's Eritrea, and this is what I decided to make today. I started off by sauteing 1 onion in a pot with some olive oil for a few minutes until it became brown. I then added 2 tablespoons of bearberry spice mix and mixed it around for about 5 minutes. I then peeled and diced 3 tomatoes and then mixed it around for about 5 more minutes. I then added adobo, some ground cardamom and cumin, and added 1 cup of washed red lentils. I then added 2.5 cups of water and about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. I gave that one final mix and put the lid on and cooked that for about 20 minutes until all the liquid was absorbed and the lentils were cooked. This is how it turned out. I served mine with some injera bread. This was so delicious. I would definitely make this again. 10 out of 10.
Let's make some simple boiled plantain. Start by cutting up the skin. Peel the skin gently. This part, I'm not sure why I do it, but I saw my mom do it. So scrape, scrape, scrape. Chop it in 6 pieces. Make sure you wash it before you start boiling the plantain. Use a big pot and add a lot of water. Use palm oil and fry some onions with the palm oil. Add some tomato paste. Blend some pepper, ginger, and some tomatoes. Drop it all in. Now season it to your taste. I'm using this lovely prawn seasoning. I'll also add a little bit of mackerel fish. Ooh, look at that. Now ready to serve. Basic plantain and stew for two. Don't mind the random egg. It's something Ghanaians do, so I'll do it.
Welcome to part 107 of making one dish from every country. Today I chose Libya, and this is what I decided to make today. These are traditional appetizers found in Libya, which consists of fried potato wedges that are then stuffed with a meat filling and are really popular, especially during Ramadan. What makes these particularly special are how the potatoes are cut. Personally, I've never tried a potato cut like this, and basically it's made by slicing a potato by keeping two slices joined together at the base to form kind of like a pocket, and then that pocket is filled with the mincemeat mixture. Honestly, these look pretty intimidating to make, but actually it was very straightforward, and the actual process of cutting the potatoes were quite simple. These are also popularly paired and dipped with tomato sauce, but I just decided to keep them plain, and they were still really tasty. What I liked most about this dish was how unique it was from other dishes I've tried, even though the ingredients were very simple. This is how mine turned out. I was honestly really proud of the results, and everyone in my house loved these, so these were definitely a 10 out of 10. Welcome to part 105 of making one dish from every country. Today is Sierra Leone, and I decided to make cassava leaf soup. This is considered the national dish of Sierra Leone, but it's also very popular amongst other West African countries. This version is made with beef and smoked fish, but there are also numerous versions of this. I forgot to film this, but I also added in a Scotch bonnet pepper and the cooked beef. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I really wasn't the biggest fan of this. I really wish I did, but personally the smell of the crayfish just really wasn't for me. But I would love to hear any feedbacks in the comments of what you think I should do different to try for another time. This is part 40 of making foods from every country. Today I chose Chad, and I decided to make bouillon. I started by boiling 1.5 cups of water. Once I was boiling, I set half a cup to the side. I then cooked about 1/4 cup of rice in the remaining water. While that was cooking, I took the remaining water and then dissolved 1 tablespoon of peanut butter until it looked like this. After my rice was cooked, I added the peanut butter mixture to that and then added 1 tablespoon of millet. I added a little bit more liquid and then had that cooked for about 30 minutes until all the liquid was absorbed. I then added a tablespoon of lemon, some sugar, and that was the final result. I served mine with some pears, and this was such a filling breakfast, I would definitely make this again.